So today we're going to take a look at the DC Comics Multiverse Suicide Squad 6-pack. So instead of doing an individual video for each of these figures, I decided to do one long video showing off all 6 figures and the Build-A-Figure. So we'll start with the Joker. I'm going to do a one-time box review. Basically, it shows you a art picture of the movie, gives you a little synopsis, shows you Killer Croc, and what parts you need, what figures you need to finish them up. Got the Suicide Squad logo, very similar to a Marvel Legends box, or maybe the Marvel Legends box is similar to this. But anyway, these are designed that you can remove the figure without destroying the box, which for people that enjoy mint in box figures, it does give you the opportunity to open them up, check them out, and then seal them back up. So with the Joker, put Croc over here, comes with Croc's leg. And he comes with a pimp cane. What Joker is complete without a pimp cane? Because he's pimping out Harley. I don't know. I don't really like the head right off the bat. I think it's a tad small. And I don't think it's a good likeness for the actor either. And he's got his, looks like sweatpants on. Another thing I personally would like to do would be to replace this this long coat with a soft good version. I think that would kind of help the figure. Not my favorite version of the Joker, period. But I paid $5 for each of these figures, so there really isn't much to complain about. So we'll put him on the side. Next up, we have Captain Boomerang, which I actually think he was like one of the underrated villains in the movie. I actually liked him a lot. I thought he was pretty neat. I kind of wish he had gotten a little more screen time. So he comes with several boomerangs, and he comes with Croc's arm. His legs are a bit stiff. Again, I would go with the soft good coat for him, which should be fairly easy to get. And if I do any of these, I'll do follow-up videos showing what I picked up. Now he also has, I guess a holder for a boomerang. I was going to say it's a gun holster, but it's probably more of a boomerang holder, which is kind of neat. I wish he was able to hold more than one, though. His head is certainly better than Joker's. Maybe the only complaint I would have is it sits a bit low. But again, for $5, it's neat to have in your collection because I do like the character. Next up, a character that I wanted in my collection and I did not have. I was going to go with the Mezco version, but didn't. So, once again, for $5, I could not pass it up. Harley Quinn. She has Croc's other leg, her signature baseball bat from the movie, which is kind of neat. Oops, popped right out of there. And the way the hips are done on her, I actually prefer it over the way they do it on the male figures. I would like to have seen a double jointed knee, but I really think this is, like, I don't really have to do much with this figure. She's got a pistol that does not come out of the holster. Let's check out her baseball bat. So the fingers have enough movement in them that you can get her to grip the bat. If she had had double jointed elbows, she'd be able to rest it on her shoulder, which would be pretty cool looking, but she does not, so you cannot. Another helpful thing would have been if she had rocker ankles, then you can give her a slightly wider stance. But yeah, I think for $5, a really good bargain. And this sale was at Big Bad Toy Store. They're doing their summer clearance still, even though it is September. And the last time I checked, they still had them in stock. So for what it actually would be $34 shipped, you could get these the entire set. All right, next up, the bat. This was another figure I wanted because I wanted to play around with him a little bit. I have the Mezco version, and I wanted to either buy or practice doing my own soft good cape on him. So he comes with Crocs torch. Comes with a bat gun, couple batarangs, an alternate head for diving, and either, I guess they're supposed to be handcuffs. So yeah, this plastic cape definitely has to go. So what I'm going to do is cut this one out, or maybe just cut it straight across. I have to see. This comes off of here. And I'm going to give him a much bigger cape. Again, I do have the Mezco figure, so that's, you know, by far better than the DC one. But you're talking about an $80 figure versus, even when this was new, a $20 figure. So the articulation is not really good. That's as high as he can lift his leg. That's kind of disappointing. Yeah, that's it. He hits his utility belt. So had this belt been a two-piece, where if you lifted his leg, it would have pushed it up, and he would have been able to, you could do a full split. And then his arms have single-jointed elbow. His knees are single-jointed. But if you want something just to, I guess, stand on a shelf or pose, it's fine. This is a case of you get what you pay for. So if you want something a lot more mobile, you want something a lot, better looking as far as articulation and soft goods, spend the $80, get the Mezco 1/112th version. If you just want, I want a Batman from the new DC movie universe, then this is fine. And for me, this would be something I would take and leave at work, and my Mezco would stay at home. So Deadshot was another figure that I really wanted, but I already have the Mezco version, the comic book version, so I wasn't really looking to pay a lot of money for a movie version. He comes with the other arm for Killer Croc. He comes with a very tiny gun. And then it comes with his choice of heads. You can have the Will Smith head, or you can have the Deadshot masked head. And he does, which is a win, have a holster that works. I wouldn't mind replacing this gun with something a little bit better. But for now, that will go in there. And then it's pretty neat. He's got holsters with extra clips. He's got knee pads that move around. He's got a knife that is part of the sheath, but still gives a little bit a little better addition to the figure. And there are some height differences here, although I think in the movie he was certainly a bit taller than Harley. A bit taller, I should say. But yeah, all in all, I really do like this figure. So here is, I gotta see this. Yeah, it's supposed to be another, this looks terrible. Another 2 guns in holsters on his back, but they look like some like door frame piece, you know, a plaque or something. It doesn't look right. I wouldn't mind dremeling that all down, getting 2 holsters and replacing it with holster weapons. Like I said, replacing this gun. So this figure definitely has some room for customizing improvement, which is something I'll probably do. The head's not terrible. I mean, if you've seen the movie, it looks like Will Smith. That said, if you had to just pick the head up and figure out who it looks like, I don't know if you'd think it looks like Will Smith. But for $5, it works. But he's definitely worth adding some customization to. And last but not least, Katana. I'm actually interested in seeing her because choice here would be to stay with the body that she has or swap it out for a Marvel Legends body. That would be more suitable. So she comes with her short sword. That isn't terribly flimsy, which is great. The gun for Deadshot was, this is a little bit, but again, not terrible. Got Killer Croc's head. And the final piece, his lower body. She is stuck in there. She's stuck the way the souls are stuck in her sword. Yeah, again, I wish she had the double jointed knees, because that's it. That's her knee movement. You know, it doesn't even get a full 90 degrees. I don't know. In this day and age, I just don't think there's any excuse for that. There are enough examples now from Marvel Legend figures that DC should be able to figure this stuff out and produce a better figure. You know, there's no need to have single articulation on a knee or elbow joint. Even her, she has the ab crunch, but it hardly moves. It's hardly even worth it. The head I really like a lot on her. Yeah, I'm reasonably happy with this body, though, for what I want, so I don't think I'm going to swap it out. And I don't know if I mentioned in this video, but I know I mentioned in the video when I got these that I'm actually a big fan of the movie. I thought they did a good job with it. I think it's very enjoyable for even several viewing for a background. Like if you're going to paint something, you're going to work on something, you're going to customize something. It's a really good movie just to throw on and let play. And if you catch some of it here and there, perfect for that. So that is Katana. Now we're going to take a look at Killer Croc. And like I said, typically I would have done a video on each of these. I just didn't feel the need in this case. really tight. I don't like that. There we go. I was going to have to boil some hot water, but finally freed up. So yeah, he's pretty cool. I do like the fact that they gave him a little bit more size compared to the other figures. I mean, he's no video game style or comic book style Croc. He doesn't have that kind of size. But for the movie version, I think it works. So we're going to put him over here. And we'll put him on the back, actually, you can see. So there's a look at the 7 figures you get for $34 if you wanted to pick up the set. And I think that's a really great deal. Even if you have kids and you want to get a set for them, for $34, you absolutely can't go wrong. And as far as my new background here, I'm going to get another building done. And so the background from now on will be a city street setting. So this is just one piece of it, and then I'll get a second building, and I think that'll look a little nicer. I had been using a black piece of foam board, which finally gave up and just fell apart, that type of thing. So it was time to do a change. So anyway, that's what I got for you today. I hope everybody's having a great Tuesday, and I will catch you later.
Bye. Keep watching for the next video. Come back soon. Bye.